Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Or maybe I should be telling myself welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I posted, right? So I wanted to shoot this video. I ran into something in my travels a couple weeks ago, and it was really interesting. Grabbed the phone and shot some footage so I could share it with you. So before I get to that, what I want to say is, because I travel for a living, I've been through a number of different vehicles over the decades in my work, and I have found that no matter whether you get a fuel efficient car or a less efficient, maybe SUV to be more comfortable, they all seem to get about 400 miles to the tank. So, I mean, they'll put the bigger tanks on the less fuel efficient, the smaller tanks, on the more fuel efficient, but you get about 400 miles to the tank. There's a reason I'm telling you this. You'll see here in a minute. Now, I service the truck stops and travel plazas across the south central U.S., and I sell them the stuff they sell the general public. So I'm also taking care of the truckers, that haul all the goods. Boy, we need them, right? And so those guys, they have generally a 150-gallon tank, or most of them have two 150-gallon tanks on it, so they can fill up 300 gallons. And so they get about 5.9 miles to the gallon. If you'll Google it, that's what you'll come up with. That's what I did. So if you do the math there, 6 times 300, they're getting roughly 1,800 miles before they got to fill up, on average. So what's interesting is, when I was down a couple weeks ago in South Texas, there was a truck that was in front of me. I came up on them, and there was something flapping around on the back, and it just really caught my attention. What is this, something fixing to fall off, or what is it, And as I got closer, man, my heart just warmed. It was so nice to see. And so I grabbed the phone and shot a video of it so I could share it with you here in just a moment. But the reason I was telling you about the fuel mileage there is because, I don't know how much fuel I had on board, much less how much he had. But, theoretically, he could have gone another, 1,800 miles before he had to stop. But it just so happens that where I was headed was the same place where this brother was headed. So, I mean, he pulled in, I pulled in. I mean, I was going to have to pull in anyway and wish him well and just have the one video. But it turns out I got to talk to him. Nice fella. Did a little interview with him, so I'll be able to share that with you too. So let me first show you what I saw going down the road. That was kind of a short little clip, right? Well, it was hard to be shooting the video in that situation. But let me show it to you one more time. Wow, that's interesting. Let me put this still picture up here and show you exactly, give you a good look at what it is. It's Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 6. And man, in these times, COVID's still around, but it's not as bad or it's not as fearful for a lot of folks as it was this time a year ago. But man, I sure appreciated this fellow flying that banner. So without further ado, let me just show you the video where I got to interview the guy.
Hey, brother, thank you for letting me see that sign. I appreciate you showing it for everybody, for the world to see. My name is Mark. Got the YouTube channel. What's your name?
Dan.
Dan?
Yeah.
And how'd you get the idea for the sign?
Well, we need to get this in our spirit, that we have to encourage ourselves, and I just thought that this would be a perfect way to put this on the back of the truck so that people could see it and be able to sit and read that and get it, because we have such a spirit of fear in this country that has overtaken us, and we need to encourage ourselves and strengthen ourselves back up in the Word.
I appreciate it, man. And where are you from?
Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Sioux Falls, South Dakota. So lots of people have been able to see this sign, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. And what's the meaning behind the eagle? You said that earlier?
Well, the eagle represents, God always says that we should mount out wings of eagle, that they soar high, but it's also the symbol of the United States.
Yes, sir.
And that eagle needs to soar high again.
And you said your pastor said what about the words?
Well, he said that these words, that we need to read these and get them into our spirit, that we need to keep reading and meditating on them, because the spirit of fear that struck this country when COVID-19 hit, people got to realize that God didn't create fear. He created faith.
Amen.
And faith is what's going to move mountains, not fear. You cannot take fear and try to make faith out of it. They're
Absolutely.
just contrary to one another.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
you, brother.
Thank
and
you
safe
for all
travels
this.
to you. And I'll get
Yeah.
this up on the channel for everybody to see. We'll get that sign right there out in front of a few more eyes, brother. Have a good one.
Man, ain't that something? I mean, he came all the way down from there to South Texas. Can you just imagine how many people that he's been able to evangelize to, spread the word? I mean, we're all supposed to be doing that. I do my part as best I can here on the YouTube channel. I mean, I say best I can. We can always do better. But, he's flying that. That's what works for him. YouTube channel kind of works for me. Some people, they do the street preaching. A lot of folks help out with Sunday school teaching and youth camps, and there's just so many different ways to do it. I hope you find, or I hope you already have found a way that works for you. If not, think about it. I mean, we got truck drivers that can do it by flying a banner. We get little tech geek salesmen can do it with the YouTube. Find your niche. Let's spread the word. But and I appreciate you watching the video. And let me show you. I just happened to be walking back out the store when he was pulling off. So here he is getting on the road again, man. God bless.
And on the road, the sign goes again. Amen.